Check, check, check. Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Where my thriving Ozarus? Where's the chat at? Let me hear ya. What's happening, folks? Your is house in the building. Throw it up with the Eagles. Yep. Super Bowl time, you already know. Shout outs to Philly. You know, where you think we get John from? Where you think we get that shit from? Anyways, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's bring us in. What's happening, everybody? We're back again. Once again, we are here for the Full Power Podcast. This is the Daima post show. It's your host that tries to know the most. It's your boy Ooch. I'm out here. I'm gonna, pretend you guys are applauding because, we're trying to make this feel like a live show. And of course, as always, we got my man, the Lethal Iceman, Brother Ooch. What's happening today?
What up?
How you feeling? I know. I know that you was watching the Super Bowl upstairs. Where you don't really like watch football like that anyway. You keep up with basketball though.
I keep up with basketball, but this is probably the first year I've watched a couple games.
Okay, cool.
Really the playoffs, if anything, just because of the Eagles, I guess. But
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so just give me 1 second. I'm just making sure my screens over here are arranged so I can see you guys live and in color. What's happening? At work hearing y'all on my headphones though. All right, bet. Hey, listen. You don't gotta worry about too many visuals outside of seeing our beautiful faces and all that, and all the product that we have to show off, because not only are we gonna be talking about what could possibly be the hypest episode going into Dragon Ball Daima this week on Valentine's Day of all days, but we are going to also start us off with something we've never done before. We're gonna do a live taste test for you guys. Now, if you guys have not already noticed, we have here in front of us, okay, I have it in front of me. I got in front of Brother Ooch. We got product placement because we have an affiliate partner over at Poggers, okay? Now, if you guys have missed out, Poggers is a company that provides and makes really good, delicious, and healthier for you, I like to call them, hydration mixes. We have a hydration mix, we have a sleep mix, and we have an energy mix. Now, tonight, I'm actually going to give you an option. I know you're going to be going to sleep soon, so if you'd like to try that grape sleep, feel free. If you want to try the hydration mango, that is also there available to you. But if you're planning on staying awake and you actually want to try that sour apple, then by all means. And I do have some ready-to-go water with nothing in them.
I'll probably do the hydration one.
You want hydration? Okay, so all right, so do me a favor. I'm gonna give you the honors, okay? Because I don't want to get my hands all messed up.
Sure.
That's yours, okay? You said the hydration? It's that smaller one right there, okay? Now again, guys, if you'd like to check out Poggers, you can. If you're liking what you're seeing here at the Full Power Podcast, you're liking what I'm doing content-wise all across the board, over on Incredibly, over on my channel, my stream, and here, definitely check them out. Again, these are products right here, okay? One scoop. That's too much.
I know.
Even it out. What's wrong with you? Okay, that's a little better. Okay.
Go all in.
Okay, go ahead. So there you go. So you see Brother Ooze right now, he's putting the hydration mix in. So again, I'm just gonna really quick go over this. These are all zero sugar, no artificial colors. These are, again, products that are a lot healthier for you. Give it a nice shake, you already know. So again, he has not tried. So I've been putting my whole family onto Poggers, and I confidently can say this is definitely a brand that I am proud to be behind. They actually approached me to be a part of their affiliation partners. So I'm very thrilled and that it tastes good. So hold on. So this is a first time exclusive before we get into the show. Okay, go ahead. Let's see. What do you think about the mango hydration? There it is. Boom. Let's go. First impressions.
It's not bad.
There it is. Boom. We got a winner.
Tastes like mango. So.
Yeah, exactly.
What happens if you do 2 scoop? I feel like I would have more mango. Is it literally limited to 1 scoop?
They say the directions specify 1 scoop. I personally like to listen to recommendations, but I haven't tried ODing on mixes. I can actually ask them to see if that's even like
allowed.
Yeah, something along those lines, right? But anyway, yeah. Matter of fact, do me a favor while you're
it's a small ass.
I know, but
small.
because that's I think that's a part of why they're a healthier option while providing what they market. Like that one you tried is the hydration mix. That one, the purple grape, that's for sleep. Which I can tell you right now, Mom has come back to me 3 times asking me asking me for that because it's actually helped her go to bed. So again, guys, if you're trying to support with some real shit, definitely check out Poggers. Link in the description. All right, but while you give me some. You want
the mango?
Yeah. Give me some of that hydration. All right. Wild lag? Thought it was just you? Oh no. Well, I don't. That's weird because it says I have zero dropped frames. So yeah, I have no idea. How bad is it? Hold on, let me see. Let me tell him to try refreshing. Try refreshing. It comes in waves. Oh, well, I don't know. That's new and different. Thank you, sir. All right. So anyways, guys, hopefully iRefreshing is fine now. Okay, perfect. All right. Shout outs to Mr. Back again once again. And again, shout outs to everyone that's here tonight. If in case you missed out on the intro, this is the Daima Post Show. Okay, and we are out here to discuss all things Dragon Ball Daima, especially going into the hype of episode 18. Now, like I mentioned on the community post, and when I was posting around that we were going to start at 10:30 Eastern time, I also let the Thriving Ozarus know over on the Patreon that if they were going to respond to the what do you call that? The question of, not really the day, but I wanted to give them the priority on how and where we're going to get the conversation started. So, of course, as always, y'all already know the drill. You come to the Daima Post Show to bring your theories, your discussions, your speculation, whatever thoughts you have. We come in here and we're going to talk about it with you guys. Now, while I pulled this up, I think it was Nate. Yeah, did I catch Geekdom's live today? So, the funny thing about that, I was working, per usual. That does not change, unfortunately. And I left his stream on in the background while I was working. So, I did chat a little bit. Like, I just, I put, like, just small comments here and there. Some people did recognize me, so which was nice. Which I don't really expect. It's nice to see like people saying like, "Oh, what's up, Bucci," or whatever. But yeah, he had his artist on. And they had some pretty interesting, conversations. It's similar to what Super Magic Show is very, very similar to. I mean, I should say the Daima Post Show is very similar to the Super Magic Show in that we go over what you guys talk about. And the funny thing is, one of the bigger differences is that in the Super Magic Show, there's a lot more. Obviously, the live audience is like 600 times the amount that we get, and there's always going to be those fans that they need help. That's the nicest way I can put it. They just need help, And Geekdom has a tendency to really come at those people. Okay. So yes, I did catch it, by the way, in the background. Let's see. This feels like the biggest podcast episode because of the upcoming episode. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, speaking of which, let's get right into business here. So again, this is coming from the Patreon page. Now, guys, while I'm reading this, feel free to just put whatever comments you have, whatever theories, speculation, your thoughts on how you feel about this Friday, just put them all in there. And for whatever reason, if we miss out on anything, feel free to just type it again, okay? Now, obviously, super chats are obviously like great, gracious and thankful and all that stuff. So that'll obviously go a long way. But here we go. So we're starting off with Mr. Worse Than a Demon over on the Patreon on Thrive Mazaro. And he says, I've been saying Super Saiyan 4 is not going to happen, but now I think there's a chance that they might obtain Super Saiyan 4 since the next episode is called Awakening. Okay? And okay? But another thing that might happen is Majin Buu and Ku might fight those, or they might find those fusion bugs and then fuse to become Count Dooku. And then absorb Goma to become the strongest villain in the demon realm. Then Goku and Vegeta transform into Super Saiyan 4 at the end of the episode.
That's a stretch.
So okay, all right. So we're gonna start with that one right now. Okay. You had me at the beginning, right? That's where it started to make sense. But then it kind of started to fall apart. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I'm gonna keep it real. I love you, Demon. You already know it's Demon time. Okay. But big but. Okay. But I will play along. Because here I'm not trying to make anyone feel like, you know, like what they're saying is whatever, right? I do like to give people the benefit of the doubt and try to play along with their theories, but it does relate to something that I was thinking about earlier today. Okay? Mm-hmm. And it has everything to do with those fusion bugs. All right? Now, of course, episode 18 is called Awakening. It's a big giveaway. And an even bigger giveaway after you hear what fucking Geekdom was saying on his show. And the way he was wording things. And that's the thing. You have to really pay attention to how he, of all people, words things. And guys, I'm telling you right now, it is so obvious that we're going to get what we want. Okay? It is so obvious. And he's been literally letting us know without telling us directly for months. Okay? I don't know if it's because we have a knack for just picking up on keywords and just how things are phrased and whatnot, and just outside of just the clues that the shows give it itself, right? But like when we, how do I want to word this? I'm trying to be very careful. Okay, I'll put it like this. There was an episode he did. He had one of the voice actors, he had the voice actor Piccolo on his show. Okay? And so they were talking about, like, you know, what it's like to be voice acting and all that kind of stuff. And then they talked about Stephanie Nadolny a little bit. Now, I don't even know if Geekdom realized this, but he said on his own stream that Stephanie Nadolny is going to be doing something that she's never done before.
Who's that?
Stephanie Nadolny is the voice, the voice actress for Kid Goku.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's context clues. Okay. Something she's never done before. If she's only known for voicing Kid Goku, what could possibly be something she's never done before while voicing Goku? And as far as we know, Sean Schemmel is not involved right now.
And Sean Schemmel is
the main actor for adult Goku. And as a lot of folks would assume, if we are supposed to be getting Super Saiyan 4, and if it is believed that Super Saiyan 4 will be in an adult size, or at least bigger than Mini, wouldn't you think that they would get Sean back in the booth to voice that Goku? Because after all, Sean did voice Goku at the beginning of Daima before they turned into minis.
You're basically saying that the girl actress is gonna have to deepen her voice a bit.
Correct. When he said that, this was probably Super Magic Show episode 3. When he said that, I was like, it's happening.
You think she could do it?
Well, I don't know. That's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is that she's known to voice Kid Goku. If she's doing something she's never done before while still voicing Goku, that automatically told me, oh, bro, Super Saiyan 4 is happening. You know, like what other form do we know that pushes a lot of things out of the water as far as like the power in and of itself? Like we truly don't, like I said, we said this last week, we don't even fully understand the capability and the power that Super Saiyan 4 really holds. And now that this is main continuity space that we're talking about, they can change the context and they can make Super Saiyan 4 way more powerful than what we all remember it to be.
Yeah, they could do that. They could revamp it. There's nothing wrong with revamp.
Listen, and I'm gonna let me go. I'll go into that in a little bit. So hold on. Let's see. Neo the One asks a very good question right here. So Neo, you say, if it ain't Super Saiyan 4, what if a demon form Goku similar Wukong? Okay, so the reason why I'm highlighting this one right now is because I think that there's a lot of theories out there where people are thinking or contemplating that Goku is also going to get the third eye. I don't think so. You don't think so either?
I don't see the point.
I don't see the point either. And that's the other thing. There's a lot of fans that are thinking that, oh, because there's 3 episodes left, there's still potential for like other boss characters to appear. I really think that it is King Goma. And remember, Goma was fighting for only a couple minutes, and he's literally discovering and finding himself within this newfound power. Mm-hmm. And it is so overwhelming, and I'm sure it's going to continue to be overwhelming, which is where the whole awakening thing comes in. As far as the Wukong part of this comment, I already said this last week. I said this week before that. I said this. I've been saying this for a long time is what I'm trying to get to. And that is simply that this new Super Saiyan 4 is going to resemble more like a traditional Wukong design than how the GT version that we all know and love looks like. And also, fun fact, for those that may not have known or you maybe forgot, Toriyama never designed Super Saiyan 4 to begin with in the first place. Now, he was asked to draw him for the Dragon Box DVD releases that happened in Japan years after GT was done, but I don't even know if it was Nakatsuru. I'm not really good with my designer and like people names when it comes to certain things behind the scenes with Dragon Ball. I'm not all that well versed. There's like Akio Yoku, I know. But I know that when it came to GT, Toriyama did not draw or design Super Saiyan 4. So now, this is the opportunity for Toriyama to do that, similar to what, he did with Broly. And we said this last week, and it's that whenever we get something that is supposed to be, repurposed, recycled in Toriyama's vision, it's different, that's by design. That is literally just how it goes. We have yet to see an example where we've seen anything that was a direct copy paste, and everything just lined up with how we saw it originally. Whenever Toriyama, or even I don't want to say, I don't even want to just say Toriyama, but whenever they cross that line, when they decide, okay, we're gonna dip into these things and bring them into the main continuity, they always change things. And this is the point that I was going to make before, and I wanted to hear your thoughts about this. Think about any item, product, whatever, right? Say you have something that is known to have certain features, okay? But it does so well, right? That the company says, "Oh, it's making a lot of money." What does anyone do when it's making a lot of money? Make a better one, right? Yeah. Okay. So in this case, I want people to try to expand. It was Nakatsuru? Bet. Thank you. I want people to expand their minds a little bit. And that's kind of like, what I love about doing this is I like helping people think outside the box. Because we've been on that. We're trying to spread that shit, okay? Because, it's one thing to have the fandom be how it is, but it takes a lot of time to get people to change, to help them change. Like I'm like going all over the place right now, but I'm making a point. My boy Chris that I've talked about here on the show, he texted me right after he watched episode 18, fuming. He was actually, or 17, I'm sorry. He was mad. And I was like, what's up? And he was so pissed because of how they handled the episode. To him, he was so distracted by his own incorrect thoughts. And so I had to basically talk him down and be like, no. It's like, think of it like this, that, and the third. And then basically to sum it up, he was just like, and this is why I come to you. He's like, you just make things, like, you help me see things that I'm not currently visualizing. And he also is one of those fans, and it happens to all of us at one point or another, where he sees other people's horrific theories, and he's like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, no, don't fucking trust that. Okay? But yeah. So back to what I was saying. Whenever we have... So think about how Broly, classic Broly, was introduced to us in Z. With flaws and all, everybody loves him.
Yeah.
Great character. Even though he has probably one of the worst origins you could imagine. And this is coming from the Broly guy, okay? This dude, literally, straight up, has the worst origin. Why is he mad? No one knows. There is no straight answer. How does he remember that Goku was crying? Why is that the reason why? Like, why? So you know what Toriyama did? He said, well, that's pretty fucking stupid. I'm gonna write this character way better. And he did. Dragon Ball Super Broly happens. This dude has a whole more proper origin. He doesn't have actual beef with anyone, really. He's just a character that was born way too strong for his own good and has no actual control over his own shit. And, you know, obviously very gifted. Yo, shouts to the super chat. We'll get to it in just a second. But to wrap up this point that I'm trying to make is that Super Saiyan 4, as godly and as well loved and received as it has been, is going to get forgotten. And I'm saying that with all good faith that this, whatever we're getting on Friday, it's gonna blow it out the water. And listen, and it's not even gonna be like we're gonna forget about it. I say that to be, to exaggerate a little bit, but like, because even to this day, I still, even though we have a proper Broly, I still love and appreciate classic Broly, because without that Broly, we would not have the new one.
Of course.
So similarly to that, without the original Super Saiyan 4, we're not even gonna get whatever the fuck we're getting on Friday. So that's what I'm, I want people to understand and start to accept that some of the things that we might know with the original Super Saiyan 4 may not carry over. Some things might, because they were also talking about this. They were also talking about this in the Super Magic show today, and they were trying to theory craft, and like, everyone has similar ideas when it comes to how the Super Saiyan 4, whatever it's going to be called, comes. And some people are lining up with us saying like it's going to be Neba that unlocks it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the one thing that some folks are saying is that we're gonna need a moon, we're gonna need a tail, we're gonna need all these requirements. Now, back to my analogy, how do you make a newer version of something older better? You make it better to where the things that were prerequisites are not there anymore. And what am I trying to say to you guys? Super Saiyan 4 needed what? The tail, right? Then it needed a moon because of the Blutz waves, right? And then you needed to transform into a great ape. And then you needed to control that shit, and boom, you were able to essentially have all that power of a great ape in that form. Now, look at all that shit just for the first go. Obviously, the second, third time, it just powered up. And then boom, he didn't have to do any of that shit. But the initial time, was a lot of things you needed to do. Okay? However, how do you make this new Super Saiyan 4 better than that? Well, I think obviously some key characteristics will definitely help, validate it and make it, like
what it is.
Exactly, right? And I know for you, you said you need a tail. You need to see a tail, right? And I can agree with that because, again, characteristic. I would hope that Neba adds more lore, that he actually does know the Saiyan ancestry line and all that shit. And he knows that Saiyans have great power because back in his day, he's seen them, like, perform this shit or something. And maybe, hey, who knows? Maybe this could be their way to slip in Yamoshi. No one has said that. Nobody has said that. Because it's probably crazy to think about that. But if there is to be lore, I would love for something like that to happen. Be like, oh, like Neba like thinks back to, because this motherfucker been around for thousands of years.
I mean, he might have seen Yamoshi.
That's what I'm saying.
And Yamoshi might have transformed into Super Saiyan 4.
There it is. That's what I'm. See, this is the type of shit I'm trying to help people.
That's the only other lore they can go to.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. But see, and that would be like the true legendary Saiyan. And who knows if they had if they're gonna call it a Super Saiyan 4 or if they're gonna call it whatever they was calling it then. Whether it's a Primal Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Primal or Primal Instinct. These are terms that we coined after we came home watching Broly in 2019. This shit is old for us. 6 years ago, we've been saying shit like that because of Broly, and now we have an opportunity to see that shit here. I can't wait. I truly can't wait. So, anyways, sorry for the delay. I want to give a quick shout out, of course, to Mr. Backend once again for that super chat. All right, so he says, just wanted to show love. If you are watching, please leave a like. Oh, yo, the fucking the plug within the super chat. See, now that's a love. I like to call that a love chat right there. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Backend, once again. That does mean a lot. But yes, guys, it is important. Make sure you are leaving a like on the stream so that way the algorithm can push this out to, you know how it works, to everyone else. So that way we have more of a chance to grow this audience, to grow the Thriving Ozaros, to grow the Full Power Podcast. The gang. You want to be here, okay? You obviously want to be here because, not to toot our own horns, but listen, we have the way we think when it comes to anime, Dragon Ball especially. You tell me anyone else that's saying shit like this, how we're doing it, okay? I'm just saying. So here we go. I want to see who else wants to get highlighted here. Who else got something to say?
I mean, above Baggy once again, they got a couple.
Yeah. Hold on.
We gotta move
this one's funny. Hold on. I want to highlight this one right here. Everyone is saying a new transformation, singular, and not their transformation, plural. So what if the awakening is Majin Vegeta? I appreciate that. That's humor right there. Majin Vegeta, guys. It's not happening. It's not happening.
It's crazy.
I will tell you this. That would be an ass pull. That would be a true ass pull. You're going to tell me 3 episodes towards the end, motherfuckers are going to start getting M's on their head and start acting out? No way. That would be crazy, though. I'm not going to lie. That would totally sidewind everybody. Because ain't nobody saying no Majin this, Majin that. You were just about to mention him, Demon? Oh, well, Yamoshi? That would be crazy, though.
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about.
I'm honestly hoping that we get the design looking mostly like GT or the Super Saiyan 4 look like it did in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Okay, yes. So I agree with this, right? Because like I was mentioning, Super Saiyan 4, there needs to be certain distinctive characteristic features.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have the fur.
Of course.
You need to have that luscious black hair. Okay, you need to have those
yellow,
that yellow pupils. Okay,
the yellow
the red eyeliner. Okay, or was it black or
it was
no?
red.
It was red. It was red, right? Or was it black?
No, it was black.
I think it was black. Yeah,
I think so.
You need to have that distinctive eye.
The yellow pants.
Ooh, those yellow pants is fire. I'm not even gonna. Okay. And then a tail would be nice.
Yeah, tail.
Right?
Tail would make the fit, man.
Now, if we're looking if we're gonna be a little bit closer to Wukong, like I've been saying, he needs to start having more fur, not just on his body, but he needs to.
His whole fucking.
Wukong, that look is so distinctive. It's like, literally anybody that has facial hair. If you got facial hair, if you're blessed enough to have like a full beard or something, literally, if you're trying to Wukong it up, just shave the stash. Keep everything else. That's it. That you trying to be a little bit more like Wukong, that's all you got to do. But yeah, and so with the Super Dragon Ball Heroes look, so I think that Xeno Goku, if I'm not mistaken, my Super Dragon Ball Heroes knowledge is not very versed. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of fell off on that a long time ago, and you fucking gave up on that shit forever ago. But the Xeno Goku design for Super Saiyan 4, he had like some sort of not a cape, but it like how like when you wear like a sweatshirt and you like tie it around, it was kind of like that, where it was like it was something that was like hanging, yeah, something similar like that. I feel like he's gonna have some sort of mythical, like it's gonna look very similar to Wukong, and Wukong has like a very mythical kind of look to him, very like Chinese traditional type shit. So I think that's what Goku's gonna be looking like. Oh, here we go. Okay, this one, great. So Neo again. Imagine Goku demon form with the power pole Wukong, the Monkey King, with Nyoibo. So I'm bringing this comment up as well because this was something else that I was hearing on the Super Magic Show being talked about from other fans that have theorized this. And it would be so sick to know more lore with not just the Saiyans, but with the Nyoibo, the power pole. Because, again, the power pole is a magic weapon. Think about it. How the fuck does it extend? It's magic.
Sure.
Where did this power pole come from? Obviously, we know. I think it was like Korin or whatever. Well, this is a Dragon Ball rooted item we've seen for many, many years. But I don't think they've ever expanded on the lore of it in particular. And I think that it would be very interesting if the part of the power that was a part of that power pole, is what also helped this Super Saiyan 4, whatever it is, come out. And if it was like connected to it. And plus, I mean, that dude, Wukong has a pole. He has something like that. And man, that would be so cool. And someone and again, they did mention how they had like a part in the episode where they focused in on the pole and it was random. It's like, oh, like why are we looking at that for? Like does it have any meaning? So it's something to kind of keep in the back of your head. I think that even with all of the thought process and all of the theory crafting, I know I'm a victim of my own shit. I can really go deep on things that I would love to see, but then at the end of the day, they might just give us like a way more simplified version of what I'm saying. We might not even get anything in addition to whatever the power pole might just be a part of it, but have nothing to do with anything extra that we're like trying to discuss here. But yeah, I think it would definitely be pretty dope to say the least. So hold on. So Joey says, it's just a shame that whatever form happens in the next couple episodes is going to stay in the next couple episodes. I think what House is referring to is this is implying that, not saying that we'll never see this again, but whatever the reasoning behind why we've never seen it again is what'll make it sad. Which I think if you guys remember, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but remember when we were talking about Super Saiyan 5?
Yeah, kind of.
So I think, and this is not just episode 18. This is way in the future of Dragon Ball. This is not going to happen anytime soon. Okay? And I keep thinking back to this because it kind of just makes perfect sense. It just, the stars aligned for this. And honestly, if this would ever happen, I feel like so many people would make like documentaries about the lineage of this once fake form into reality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it's just funny how everything works out. Okay? And I just want to touch on this for a second, guys. And you guys can call me crazy. You guys can say whatever the hell you want. But the idea that we had and expanding upon, like, how could we even get to Super Saiyan 5 if we don't even have fucking 4 yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, for the sake of just having the conversation to get people's, minds revving up for this, Super Saiyan 4 is gonna, if we're gonna believe that Super Saiyan 4 is going to have a very Wukong based like design, he's gonna have the black hair, he's gonna have the facial hair, the fur, all that kind of stuff, the staff. He's gonna have like he's gonna have new drip. He's gonna look godlike, right? That form is also going to have to like almost be. Thank you for that super chat. Hold on. Thank you. We'll get to that. Get to you in a second. Thank you. That form is going to have to also be what I was saying before. Remember how I was saying, like, whenever you make something new that's based on something old, you have to sell it and give people a reason to care about this new one more than the older one. So what I'm trying to get towards is that this new form could have some connections to God Key in a way. I'm not saying that it's gonna be God Key based, but the form is so strong that it is comparable to those types of power. Because think about it. If they're gonna need something to defeat King Goma with this Tertian Oculus, the third demon, the third demon eye, and if that power is supposed to be so strong that it's so over, like this is supposed to defeat that, right?
Yeah.
So this new form is gonna have to do that. So now, so take all that, okay? Now I want to take a sip of this because I've been yapping. I want to ask you, what is Ultra Instinct?
I mean, it's not just something that Saiyans can inhabit. It's
right.
Anybody can technically do it.
And why?
Because it's, I guess, a technique.
Correct. Brother Ooch for you guys.
But only the angels and higher beings that have that capability can attain Ultra Instinct because of its abilities. And even whatchamacallit, like people like Beerus, for example, have trouble even getting to that point or being able to utilize it. So, yeah.
The key thing that you said there was technique.
Technique.
Okay. Now, this obviously contradicts a lot of things that I'm sure a lot of fans think because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I respect what is given to us as fans, right?
Yeah.
Like, when they want to explain, like, oh, this isn't actually a transformation, it's a technique.
Like Kaioken.
Yeah, like well, I guess Kaioken to me is way more of a technique.
Yeah, 100%.
But Ultra Instinct takes on way too much of a transformative kind of, like,
it's because like,
it
seems like there's 2 stages to it.
Right.
There's the normal Ultra Instinct where you get, like, I guess the base of the power, and then there's Master Ultra Instinct where you're just like pretty much an angel.
And that's the thing. Like, if they wanted to touch on, that's the problem, I guess, with Ultra Instinct, is that they wanted to put a lot of emphasis behind it being a technique, but then what they did at the same time was show us visually that it takes on a transformative form, which would confuse anybody. I mean, think about it. Look at any game. Look at Sparking Zero. You have Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct. These all go in order. Like, well, you know, take out Super Saiyan 4, but like Ultra Instinct is what comes after Blue, not because of that's just the next thing.
That's just the next technique that Goku learned.
That's just the next technique that they do that's stronger than you know, going Super Saiyan Blue, right?
Yeah.
But then when it's mastered, their hair is white. So take Mastered Ultra Instinct, the technique, and stack it on Super Saiyan 4. Boys, we have Super Saiyan 5. We literally talked about this like a few weeks ago. And I just wanted to put that out there to see like how you guys feel about that forward-thinking theory that has nothing to do with what's going to happen on Friday. Because I'm sure we're only just going to get something that looks like Super Saiyan 4. But like going forward with the franchise, like I'm thinking ahead right now. Black Frieza one-shotted Mastered Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego.
Yes, sir.
With one blow. Deformed them instantly. They're obviously gonna need something more than that. So that's why I'm saying Super Saiyan 4 on its own is gonna have to be one of those things that they're gonna be like, hey, remember when we were in the Demon Realm? We're gonna need to do that shit to beat Frieza. Yeah, you know, because they gotta sell it. They have to sell it, you know, but we'll see what happens. We'll get there. So, okay, so let me now get to this super chat that is in Spanish. So what I'm gonna do is that's what it looks like. I'm just gonna put it into Google Translate really quick because I want to make sure.
He wants to see Vegeta. I don't know what Brihad means.
Can it? Does it
Unless
auto
like
detect language? Let me see. Give me a second, guys, because I just want to acknowledge this person. Okay, so right here it says
Spanish or like French.
I think no, it's not. No, it's not fucking French. Okay, so all right, so here I'm gonna highlight them really fast. Where is it? Boom. Again, thank you so much. We appreciate you. They said, I want to see Vegeta shine. If it's just Goku, I'll be sad. Yo, yes. Yes. All right, but hold on. I got to bring it back. I'm sorry. I got to bring it back. A lot of things could happen in episode 18, but the way I see it playing out is that the majority of the episode will be Goku, unless by the end of it, it's a shared awakening. Honestly, that would be the best thing ever. Because truly, and we talked about this in previous episodes, I think at this point, even though this is a prequel arc, I think that they should still try their best to keep the consistency of having Goku and Vegeta on very similar strengths, where it's almost like they're basically equals. Even though one's going in one path and one's going another path, they are essentially one and the same. They're yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? They balance each other out. And that's what's really cool about like where they left off with Super.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though this is a prequel arc, like I said, I feel like that they should still maintain that. And I think the moment will be that much more special if the awakening is shared between Goku and Vegeta. I think, come on. Can y'all agree with that? Because look, I know it's going to be hype as fuck if just one of them does it. But like, think about it. Vegeta had his moment to shine with Super Saiyan 3. It was fire. Goku just had his moment to shine, whipping that shit out in the most heroic way ever when he was like, I guess I have no choice. That fucking that shit was so godlike. That shit had like, yo, when I was editing the reaction, I watched that line back. I rewound that shit like 3 times. I was
it's legendary, man.
Yeah, it was so good. But let's see. Oh, okay, hold on one second. Do you guys, where is it? Do you guys think Dr. Arinsu will be the next Demon King in the future or get redeemed since Goku makes allies with everyone he meets? That's actually a very good question and observation. What do you think?
I don't know. Dr. Arinsu would be the next Demon King in the future or get redeemed.
Yeah, like that. So like they're asking like what do you think? Like, do you think Dr. Arinsu will end up becoming
Like an ally?
the new Demon King, but because of the tropiness of Dragon Ball, Goku always turns his enemies into friends of some sort, or at least like changes their way of thought and makes them a better person, which is also another deeply rooted thing from Journey to the West, that Sun Wukong always has this way of like basically changing people, and Goku does that. Goku literally does that, you know. So yeah, so like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think they'll just hand Arinsu Demon King like title after this. I mean, it's very possible, you know. But I guess it really just depends on how this kind of ends by, like, you know, episode 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, you never know. There might not even be a new Demon King.
Oh, I never considered that.
Because
Yeah.
like, because assuming they eliminate Goma,
Yeah.
then there won't be a new Demon King. So it's like they're gonna have to restore some type of order in another way potentially.
How about I got one for you. So what if after, like, what the big resolution is that, you know, the way they have had things, it's like Pansy's father is the king of the third demon world, right? So he reigns over that. But Goma has basically had precedence over all of them. So what would be cool is if they kind of went back to a mutual agreement where every world was kind of like just chilling and there was peace. And let's say like Goma actually dies. Let's say he just gets killed. And then Arinsu is the one that's left. From this fight, she then learns, or not even just learns, but then she realizes that, you know what? I think I don't want to be the king of anything anymore, because I know if I start fucking with these Saiyans again, that's my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that could happen. Like, she could be a changed person based on everything that happened, unless she also decides to try to get the eye at some point. But I would assume that when Goma gets defeated, the eye would be destroyed. I think that should be something that happens. Like, the eye would just get destroyed or something. Or Neba decides to just step in and say, okay, in order to truly have peace across the demon realm, I'm taking over. And he just restructures all three worlds. He doesn't even have any sort of barriers in between. Everybody has full access to all the realms. And, you know, should anyone overstep, you're gonna have Goku and Vegeta on speed dial. You know what I'm saying? That shit. That little bit of comedic fear would just set everybody straight. You know, because sometimes at the end of the day, like, we're talking about some really hype shit in Dragon Ball, but then also you also have to remember, Dragon Ball has such simple conflict resolution sometimes. All it takes literally is just like, oh, like thinking back to like all the Hercule shit. You know, it's just like he was not trying to scrap with any of the Z Warriors. So what happened? He paid them. You know, dumb shit like that. Those are things that we cannot forget, that at its core, that is Dragon Ball as a whole. It is rooted in comedy. And that's just how it goes. So let's see. Worse than a demon. He says, wait, shared awakening? So that means they actually saw Legend of Dragon Ball Tail. Goku will share Super Saiyan 4 power to Vegeta, enabling him to also transfer to Super Saiyan 4. wow, there's a thought, and that's a visual that I hope. Oh, that would be so sick if something like that were to happen. I don't know if it would though, because truthfully, it's hard to even make that kind of like assumption. If someone were to ask me, do you think anyone at Toei saw Legend of Dragon Ball Tale? My honest answer would probably be maybe. You know? And then if you ask me, do you think Toriyama saw it? That I have to say, I have no idea. Straight up.
I mean, I don't see why not. Like as a creator of something, you'd probably take a look into what other fan
You'd think
people
that.
you would think.
You would think.
But I guess you never know. It really just depends on how in tune they are with the socials
Well,
or YouTube in general and stuff like that.
I can tell you right now,
and their brand.
When Toriyama was alive, he was known to be a hermit. He did not leave his house. Like, he didn't go nowhere.
You don't need to leave his house to watch some fucking Legend.
I know, but still, like, okay.
Be on YouTube.
I don't know if that's the thing. Like, it's very hard to make any kind of like listen, we see Dragon Ball and we make calls. I can't call Toriyama on his life, in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is out of my scope. Because for all we know, this dude could have just been like a pure family man and was just so locked in on his kids, his wife, and then whatever projects that they would ask him to be a part of. Because he was always busy.
I really doubt they haven't heard of it or at least took a peek in, like, because if he has family,
yeah,
and the family is into Dragon Ball, I'm sure somebody in that family saw that and relayed the message. Yo, T.
Hey, T. He said T.
Yo, T, watch this shit. Hey,
Yeah.
check this shit out. This is what you inspired. Like, you know what I mean? If he's about inspiration, then
listen,
I'm sure he
I would
he
hope
looked
so.
into some fan work and shit.
I would hope so. But here's my other thing. Hey, another super chat. Appreciate you. We'll get to it in a second. My damn, we get more super chats. Appreciate you. Damn. Okay. All right. We will get to y'all. All right. I just don't like losing my trains of thought. But thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. I will tell you this. The one way I would know if they did see it is if Nasir told me. You know what I'm saying? Because
he would know.
Someone would have told him. Think about it. Someone from Toei would have, because Nasir's name was all over Legend.
Of course.
Right? So that Legend got like over 10 million views. So you would think that everybody around the world saw it. But who's to say that the people that we would want to see it didn't? But then at the same time, because it's a fan work, I don't think they can really comment on things like that.
They don't need to comment on it to see it.
I know, but it's the validation
that they saw it.
That we'll never know, and like.
I mean, never say never. We won't know from Toriyama's sake, but somebody in the department, can validate it.
Listen,
at some point, if necessary.
I'll say it like this: if anybody from Toei could be trusted to have discovered Legend and saw it and then told Toriyama about it, it would have to be Akio Ioku. The same guy that has been feeding very important information to Toriyama himself. Literally telling him, hey, you should bring back Broly. Hey, you should do this. Hey, you should do that. And Toriyama just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? That is what I'm talking about. So yeah, if anybody, it would have to be Akio Ioku. So let's get to these super chats right here. So my man Bister back again once again. If a Rinsu doesn't get redeemed, maybe it will lead to her creating Android 21. You know what? I'll allow it. Like fucking Lee, I allow it. Boy, yeah, what do you think?
Wait, about what?
About what he said. What if,
What, Arinsa?
yeah, if Arinsu doesn't get redeemed, maybe it will lead to her creating Android 21. What do you guys think?
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Well, I always say it's interesting because like Android 21 is half Majin as well, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, she would have to partner up with somebody that's an android, or the creator of an android.
Well, that's if we're going to lock ourselves into believing that we're just going to take all the things that are known about the character from the video game and just one-to-one adapt it, which again, that does not happen. That usually does not happen. It would be cool if they respected that much and been like, oh yeah, she's half Majin, half android, which is insane. But the thing, but like, it would be, but okay. And this is the type of outside the box thinking that I'm talking about. Okay? Mr. Backian once again made a very cool comment that did something for my brain. Cause I'm thinking, oh, how can we make sense of this?
Mm-hmm.
You know how we make sense of this? Where the fuck was Arinsu during the Boo saga? Oh, right. She was watching them. She was there. Who's to say she wasn't watching other shit? Who's to say she didn't have a fucking front row seat watching the Cell games? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit I like to like. That's.
I mean, but they were, hypothetically speaking, in that sense, they were only watching because Babidi and Deborah was there. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
like they were like that gave them more of a reason to kind of, I guess, overlook their universe.
I just revised what I'm saying, okay? So fuck what I just said about what if she was in the Cell games.
Yeah.
She didn't even have to be the Cell games. She was in Goma's room watching him watch Dragon Ball Z. Remember?
Okay.
So she already has the knowledge. She's seen the androids. So yeah, that would be cool if she was like, I want to make not a Majin Buu or Ku because they're a bunch of fucking fucks. I'm gonna make something that, and then she gets inspired and even takes some sort of I mean, people, there's some fans out there that have said like, oh, like is Arinsu gonna turn to Android 21 just because it's like she has like similar physical features maybe.
True.
But I think it's always better to not try to repurpose characters that are given to us, and rather, I just want to see the character we want to see presented, not just repurposed from something that already get, like imagine if the Genda Marie Force, if that guy was a Janemba. No.
Negative.
Exactly.
Don't want to see that.
Don't want to see that. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this one on the screen, and then I'm gonna go in and put that on the translator real fast. Again, big shout outs to our super chats. I know they're talking about the Spirit Bomb. That much I could tell you right now. I know they're talking about the fucking Spirit Bomb right there. So hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Damn, I don't even know if other people get these international super chats like this right here. Fucking full power podcast, son. Gang, gang. Okay. So this translates to saying they will probably lose until the last minute and end the final boss with a Genki Dama. What do you think about that? So, okay, before you answer that, I wanted to add to this. If they do the Spirit Bomb, remember how the Spirit Bomb works. This would be a demon bomb because he'd have to use energy from the demon world. That shit would be red. It would not be blue.
What, and he absorbs it?
Well, I don't know if he absorbs it, but if Goku does a fucking Genki Dama in the demon realm, it has to be red. It has to be. And then if he does it as a Super Saiyan 4, I don't even know. I would not even know what to even think. So go ahead, answer. What do you think?
What part I gotta answer again?
What do you mean? What? Okay, they will probably lose until the last minute and with a final boss game. So do you think that they're gonna end with a spirit bomb essentially. From
Nah,
Daima. No?
I need something more.
You need something more? You need the Dragon Fist.
I mean, that would be cool, but not necessarily. I guess it really just depends.
I will do you guys one better. And Mr. Back in once again with another super chat. Dude, you guys are so generous tonight. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna get to yours in just a second. Let's think about the Spirit Bomb for a second. The Spirit Bomb is a move that is only ever seen being used as the last ditch effort. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I just said, unless you're
But it takes time. So,
exactly.
but they don't have time.
Exactly. Listen to me. Listen, just hear me out. Unless it is Super Saiyan 4 Goku or whatever they call him. What man? Oh, side note. What if they called it Super Saiyan Kong? Because of play on words to Wukong, Super Saiyan Kong? I don't know. Because whatever. Okay, whatever, sorry. Anyways, what if he's in this form and then he does the Spirit Bomb? That shit would be the most powerful looking John. But then I realize the Spirit Bomb has always ever been used when it's just like, yeah, no, this is it. This is the last ditch effort. It happened in GT. It happened at the end of Boo. It even didn't he do it against Frieza too? If my memory serves me correctly.
Frieza. I don't think he did.
I'm pretty sure I could have sworn he did a Spirit Bomb.
Actually,
no, I think he did.
no, I think he did. Yeah,
He did, right? Thank you. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he did. I don't know.
It's
I don't remember
always
that shit.
it has been notoriously known to be used as a last ditch effort. So what am I trying to imply? That the new form would be like Toast. I don't want it to be Toast. If they're doing a fucking Genki Dama, they better be doing that as overkill. Like that's how strong Goma is.
But Goma would have to allow them to even fucking charge that bitch up because he needs other people's energy in order for it to really like do anything.
Oh, so you just gave me another idea. But see that okay, now we're getting crazy
like
with this.
Unless Goma's like just super cocky and allows him to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like without somebody having to stall him out.
Correct.
That's the only other way. But
I'll give you how you stall.
I mean, the only way you stall is if, like, for example, I guess Vegeta turns Super Saiyan 3 and then allows Goku to fucking do it. Because Vegeta ain't doing no Spirit Bomb. Goku's the only one that knows how to do that shit.
What if the fusion does?
What fusion?
Their fusion.
Does what?
Spirit Bomb.
I mean, why?
I'm just trying to entertain the question.
If they fuse, they ain't doing no Spirit Bomb. They got their own move.
It would be a new one, right? They have to. Vegito, Gogeta, they have very well-known distinctive moves.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Punisher's Gogeta thing. And then that Spirit Sword shit that Vegito does, that's a Vegito thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they got the final Kamehameha.
They have the final Kamehameha and they have the reverse, the Big Bang Kamehameha. That's a Gogeta thing.
Yeah.
They've never done a Spirit Bomb, John. So it would have to be like the final Spirit Bomb. Bro, guys, hear me out. Y'all did this.
They don't need that shit. If they're representing Gogeta.
No. This is a new character. The fusion has to be a new character. Fusion bug. Listen, if Gogeta and Vegito had moves that combined Vegeta and Goku, the same would have to be for Gokuta or Veku, whatever this dude's name is gonna be. They'd have to combine. So if they already did the inverse, if they already did Big Bang Kamehameha, they already did what was the one other one I just said? Big Bang Kamehameha and then Final Kamehameha, right?
You said the final Spirit Bomb. I said
No. But like I'm saying, for the new character, they would take Vegeta's final explosion, combine it with the Spirit Bomb. I don't know how the fuck that would work, but assuming if this shit rips, we're all dead. like everyone's done. But bro, and that would be crazy if they do that. That's why they've never done it again. The Super Saiyan 4 Fusion. Nah, but see, that's what I'm saying. I'm having fun with you guys right now, but this is what I'm talking. That's too much. I'm sorry. That's a lot. Now, here's the other thing. Let me see. Okay. Now, really quick, I'm gonna bring this one up real fast. What if the Tamagami 1, 2, and 3 fuse into one being? I've said that in the past. And that's the other thing. The idea that Neba realizes they need help, so they're trying to go through all the options, and then he transforms or teleports Tamagami 2 and 1 or 2 and 3 to where they are. They all fight. They combine. They
XYZ.
They combine into Tamagami XYZ Dragon Cannon, right? On some Yu-Gi-Oh shit, and that's also, like you were saying, a stall tactic. I'm just saying, there's a lot of fun shit that they could do with these last 3 episodes. The most important thing,
We'll see.
is we get the Super Saiyan 4. That is the first and foremost. That is the most important thing right there. So, okay, let me get to the other super chat. Which was, where is it? Here we go. Mr. Backend once again just wanted you all to meeting your goal. All love, best podcast. Oh my God, did we meet the goal? I set a 5 super chat goal. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, 4 out of 5 is fucking godlike. Dude, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Mr. Backend once again, resident gang, Thriving Ozaru. Shout outs to you. Thank you for supporting the boys out here. All right. Definitely do appreciate that. I'm going to like and love that one. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What did House say? The entirety of the spirit realm is tired of Goma's reign, so it makes sense for Goku to call on all of the citizens to help take down Goma together. And hey, that is very true. And having a spirit bomb, whether it's red, blue, doesn't matter. The fact that it's gonna happen, it would make sense when you also remember that this is a commemorative season. This is a celebration show of 40 years of Dragon Ball. They have been doing so many references, callbacks, connections to so many things before it in this show. We've yet to see a spirit bomb. We've yet to see a great ape. Okay? I'm not saying if we see a fucking great ape in this shit. You know what's funny? I do remember today on the Super Magic Show, when they were talking about this new form, I literally chatted, I might cry on Friday. and Geekdom actually saw it, because it was like a regular chat and super chat. And I'm fucking broke over here, right? and he saw that, he goes, look at this fucking guy Uchi, he's gonna cry on Friday. Why? So
What a guy.
all right. Count Dooku. I've been saying that too, dude. Count fucking Dooku. Majin Dooku will use the Force to stall Goma.
Called the monkey demon.
Yeah. What if Goku's new form is called the Monkey Demon Son Goku, the Saiyan of Earth? Hey, that would be fire. I'm not gonna lie. Monkey Demon. Nah. I don't know. I coined the Super Saiyan Kong. They probably won't do that. Super Ozaru. No, probably not. I don't know. But something tells me that they're not gonna call it Super Saiyan 4.
We'll see, man. Tired of all this shit.
Yeah, whatever they call it. I hope it's one that just rolls off the tongue, and it's not like something that is like whack. I would love for them to just straight up call it Super Saiyan 4 though. Because, like, that will have...
It's familiar.
Yes. Familiarity, yes. Exactly. They could throw a plot twist where Vegeta gets Super Saiyan 4 first because he's down on the ground and Neva can reach him and use his magic to grow his tail, and he can use Blood's Wave. Ooh. That would be... I don't know how I feel about that. Because, like, I would want to see that. I don't want that shit to happen, like, off screen.
Nah, it shouldn't happen for enough.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like, and the difference with oh my god, what the fuck happened? My wait, can I refresh this? Yes. Okay, never mind. That was weird. Anyways, I like lost my chat, but I got it back. Shout outs to refreshing. Yeah, like the whole thing with this awakening, I want to see everything happen. And the whole thing with this new transformation, I don't think we're going to need Bloods waves. I think it's just going to connect directly to the demon realm and like its atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what will will help them attain that form. And it may also have to do with, because in fact the Saiyans end up being from the demon realm as well. Because just like the fusion bugs, that has been something that was teased at the beginning that they kind of like swept under the rug because they want people to almost forget that it was already teased. And also, I thought of something funny earlier that I wanted to bring up to you guys on stream. Is that, remember how Goku, like the fusion bugs that he had in his shirt, they fell out, right? I had this idea, like, what if Hybis finds it? Because he found the fucking eye. It would literally be like a full circle moment. Like, he found the fucking third eye, didn't know what it was. Then he finds the revive bugs, fusion bugs, all of that. But then that's how Do and Ku, like, they somehow have this interaction. I'm not saying I want Hybis to be a part of this fusion, but what I am saying is that it would be funny if he's the one who found the fallen bugs, and then Do and Ku see them. Majin Do literally sees the bugs and he thinks they're chocolate. That's where, remember when I asked him, like, yo, are they chocolate flavored? Or you know what I'm saying? And then that's how they end up fusing. Because also, the other assumption that I'm sure a lot of us were wondering is if they know how to do absorption.
Right. I mean, we haven't been shown that.
And that's the thing. They have not been shown to know how to do that, nor have they been shown to turn objects into chocolate. They've been solely reliant on actually going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
So if they see an actual bug that looks like a piece of chocolate, Do will eat it. I mean, we don't even know how it works, but we're gonna have to. We're definitely seeing that shit play out at some point. So, oh, hold on. One last thing before I guess we go. Well, I'll read this one. What if Gohan beast form is similar to Goku's new form? I may be reaching. I think that is a little bit of a reach. I will add to that though by saying I think that Gohan's beast form could be rooted in some sort of Namekian Saiyan relationship that we still don't fully understand or know. And you know, there's this one thought that I've had all day today. Because actually, funny enough, I actually thought about this. Because remember how, like, Gohan, when he was getting his potential unlocked with old Kai in Dragon Ball Z, and motherfucker was just doing this, but he was reading a comic the entire time? Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, he was probably unlocking his power, like he said, like, no problem. But I feel like he definitely was actually slacking off. And that's why, you know, when Ultimate Gohan is born or whatever, that's why it's just like a base form looking state in a way, right? But then I think that this is me just theorizing, I think when Namekians form some sort of a bond with a Saiyan, it's almost like on some Uchiha shit, where it's like, because of that bond, they are the reason why they're able to like tap more into their beast forms and their beast modes or whatever. I mean, I don't know. That could be a reach in and of itself. But I think that if there is gonna be some sort of added lore that Neba talks about, or, you know, fills us in on when the time comes when he unlocks or helps them attain Super Saiyan 4 or whatever it's gonna be called, that would be amazing. And I feel like that would make a lot of things more fun. in that right. But I'm looking at the time, guys. We definitely gotta go. Definitely have to go. So before we completely get out of here, I obviously do want to shout out Poggers, like we did at the start of the show. Again, do you mind just pointing up or just showing, like, just put it up to the camera real quick? There you go. Yes. So that's the mango hydration. We got the grape sleep aid. Okay, and in front of me, I do have this sour apple right there, and of course some shakers that I got from Poggers. And again, Poggers is a brand that makes products that are actually healthier for you, that provide you with additional hydration, some energy, and help you sleep. And again, they don't have any additional artificial colors. They don't got none of that. Like stuff like I've been regularly drinking the energy one, and I could tell you, as someone that works out and I do pre-workout and all that kind of stuff, this is the only product that has not given me any sort of like jittery, weird, tingly feeling when I drink it. And it does give me, some energy. It's not crazy, but it gives me just enough to make me feel like it is working. So, but yes, shout outs to Poggers. And again, guys, please check them out. If you like what you're seeing out of this podcast, out of all the things that I've been doing, things I'm doing over on Incredibly with Housetop in the chat, then definitely check out Poggers. And anything you get, make sure you're using Uchi Gang as the code. Save yourself 10% off, and it does support, and it supports this podcast. So also, big shout outs to all the super chatters that provided their generous donations, right? Their generous super chats that, kept this going. That does mean a lot. You really have no idea how much that means. And last but not least, shout outs to all you guys that has been in this chat, literally holding it down with us, chatting it up with us, theorizing, theory crafting, and whatnot. And I guess the last thing that I guess we'll mention is that this week is gonna be crazy. And last reminder, I said this in our podcast episode 180. I'm gonna say it again. On Friday, do not go on anything. This includes social media. This includes YouTube. This includes anything that you get a notification on. I'm telling you all this right now. You will thank us later. And the funny thing is, I actually do this for Marvel movies. Like the big ones, I don't go on anything. I don't go on TikTok. I don't go on Twitter. I don't go on Instagram. I don't go on Facebook. I don't go nowhere. Not even YouTube. And an added thing, go into your settings. Do yourself a favor. Go into settings. Just go to your notifications. Just turn off all notifications. So that way you don't have to go through each individual app and be like, all right, I'll turn this off and turn this. Because you never know. The one that you missed is the one that gets you. And the funny thing is, Geekdom already said when he first watches the episode, he's going to have a spoiler-free thumbnail. But then a few hours later, he's going to change the thumbnail. So guess what that means for us? We're in the clear. Because by the time that I release the reaction, based on when our schedule aligns and stuff, it'll already be late.
Yeah.
It'll be night. So there's your fair warning. What we're expecting to see, it's going to be on that fucking thumbnail. Okay? You can bet your ass. All right? Last question. What do you think about solo leveling? Latest episode.
Godlike.
I
watched that. I watched that this morning when I woke up, man. Oh
Yeah.
my god. That it's just heat every week.
I know.
I love it.
I'm a couple episodes behind.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I gotta try my best for next time that we're on. I gotta try to catch
that
up, bro.
shit, when it's actually like officially done animated wise and everything like that, and I finish that shit, I would probably just binge rewatch
From season 1.
because that's how you're supposed to watch.
So would you say that solo leveling is one of your newest favorites, like in your like top 5, top 10?
Top 5.
Nice. I respect that. I like that shit. All right.
That shit is just
All right.
banger every time. Man.
All right, everyone. Shoot them ice arrows. We're out here. You guys, make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. May the power protect you. Keep it locked loaded right here on this podcast. Stay safe online, stay clean, and stay the hell away off of everything on Friday. And we'll see you in our reaction video. Peace!